You're in Banter mode now, where the only thing more unstable than the power grid is my commitment to symmetry. Welcome to Project Bantersink, the factory that asks the bold question, what if we broke it down and never quite put it back together? Today marks the beginning of my noble experiment in Dune Desert, because what better place to build a metal empire than a beach with no water, no shade, and wild hogs with unresolved issues? My Satisfactory design philosophy is simple. Mine it, smelt it, build it. In that order, always. I won't be centralizing anything. No mega buses, no spaghetti, just focused, purpose-built sections with enough storage at the end of each step to make a hoarder weep. The power setup? Oh, it's modular. Every phase gets its own grid, so when things inevitably break, I can flip a switch and pretend I meant to do that. Some of this will be built on clean concrete. Some of it will be lashed directly to the face of nature. It's all chaos, but the organized kind. The kind that only makes sense when you stand exactly where I'm standing and tilt your head 17 degrees left. So strap in, grab your portable miner, and remember, here in Project Bantersink, we don't cut corners, we build storage containers around them. I like to keep it old school, rocks, hands, and soft weeping. In space, no one can hear you weep while hand mining copper. Don't worry, I'm building character and carpal tunnel. Be the drill you want to see in the world. Siri, define rock bottom. Manual labor builds soul points. I'm rich in suffering. No automation yet, but I do have emotional damage on standby. Why yes, I am mining copper with my feelings. Just me and my trusty click finger. This is peak automation. This is what happens when HR delays your minor Mark 1 application. Look, if I wanted a full-time job, I wouldn't be playing this. I didn't think I'd roleplay a geologist today, yet here we are. My wrist is building muscle, my soul, not so much. I'm a one-man startup. We disrupt rocks. Each whack is one unpaid internship closer to automation. This is how cavemen felt before inventing interns. This is fine. I'm just grinding XP in the early pain skill tree. Hand mining, because efficiency is a state of mind. Why yes, I do mine my own business. I'm not just mining, I'm bonding with the crust. Ah yes, science, the part of the factory where I guess and press buttons. I'm basically an unpaid research intern in a lab I built myself. Note to self, next time automate the pain before I research the pain. I'm conducting very important science, mostly gluing wires to leaves. All great discoveries begin with mild desperation and reinforced plates. Crafting at the hub, where breakthroughs are made and wrists are destroyed. It's not manual crafting, it's artisanal automation sabotage. I'm the reason the ma'am thinks humans are inefficient. I feel like I'm speedrunning a PhD in rock whispering. Who needs real science when you've got arbitrary recipes? The mam's hungry. I'm feeding it confusion and ingots. Imagine going to college just to end up crafting biomass recipes. I'm not a scientist, but I do yell at machines until they reward me. Just me, this bench, and a growing sense of inferiority to AI. Why automate research when I can suffer through it myself? Crafting at the hub, the time my brain and my fingers both scream. Every time I craft a cable, I lose one strand of sanity. This bench gives me PTSD, post-tear stress disorder. This machine learns, I panic and make screws. This research will revolutionize how I suffer faster. I harvest plants the way toddlers harvest snacks, quickly and indiscriminately. Hey Siri, what's the carbon footprint of guilt? I didn't start the fire, but this bush sure did. If your photosynthesis lasts longer than 4 hours, contact a factory. Nature is healing until I show up. No need to prune, I'll just harvest aggressively. Don't worry, these plants are fully recyclable into guilt and smoke. I call this forest to furnace logistics. They say go green, so I burn it. If this plant wanted to survive, it shouldn't be 100 megawatts per leaf. This one's for science, and coal, mostly coal. Chlorophyll, more like chlorophyll. Eco-friendly, more like eco-hungry. Some harvest crops, I harvest consequences. Mother Nature's about to get processed. Factory fuel now ethically sourced from unsuspecting shrubbery. If it photosynthesizes, it's fuel. That's the law. Leave me alone. I'm working. I call it green-collar crime. Welcome to plant-based energy, the diet of industrialists. Why build one Mark I miner when I could aggressively overcompensate? Some people build neat factories. I deploy chaos, one portable miner at a time. This is what it looks like when anxiety gets a budget. The ore is still coming out slower than my confidence. I call this piece Industrial Overreaction in C major. I like my logistics like I like my existential dread, completely unmanageable. Welcome to Portable Miner Party 2025 BYOR. Bring your own resources. Yes, officer, this is a legal amount of portable miners. Just a humble miner herder out here tending the mechanical flock. One small iron node, 50 loud opinions about it. I call this the Porcupine Protocol. When I said I wanted a swarm built, this isn't what I meant. It's not mining, it's interpretive infrastructure dance. Efficiency? Never heard of her. I've got 20 portable miners doing the jitterbug. It's not a mess, it's a resource disco. I didn't plan this, I panicked in bulk. Look, I'm just trying to lag the planet into submission. Step 1, place too many portable miners. Step 2, forget why. Don't worry, they've unionized. I'm just middle management now. If this was an RTS, I just Zerg rushed the iron node. You know how squirrels stash nuts? I do that, but worse. This is what happens when you're afraid of commitment to smelters. I'm not hoarding, I'm future-proofing in denial. I call it the Tower of Regret. All I do is mine and overthink. This is the architectural result. If vertical logistics was a cry for help, this would be the sound wave. I like to watch iron fill my containers the way others like to watch fish tanks. Every miner deserves its own 9-story shrine to inefficiency. Who needs a buffer when you can just stack storage containers to heaven? Some say I'm excessive, I say I'm container core. I call this design the monument to avoiding smelters. This isn't storage, it's a memory palace of my bad decisions. My miners are working, my storage is full, my plan is vague. I'm not sure what I'll do with all this ore, but it makes me feel wealthy. Storage solutions? More like storage illusions. Yes, this is a 16 container queue. Yes, I'm proud. No, I won't fix it. This is fine. I totally intended to delay automation till tier 8. Technically a factory, emotionally a fallout bunker for iron ingots. This is the part of the game where hoarding becomes performance art. If each container contains a dream, I've got 64 broken ones in queue. Well, folks, that's a wrap on day 1 of Project Bantersink, and somehow this just place a few miners turned into a nearly 7-hour engineering bender. I set out to drop a dozen miners and hook them straight into storage and ended up building a whole factory from just 3. Classic banter mode. But hey, I still placed a lot of miners, just not where I thought I would. The good news? I now have enough storage to hold the existential weight of this entire project, and definitely enough room for all the ore those other miners will eventually produce. So next time, the mission is clear. Place those remaining miners, hook them into that glorious storage empire, and, of course, fight off every tusky little hog that thinks it owns the land. Because in Satisfactory, every resource node comes with a snorting bodyguard. Thanks for hanging out with me for almost 7 hours of dusty ambition, miniature adventures, and more hog encounters than any one factory deserves. Hit that follow button, join the Bantersink crew, and I'll see you in the next episode. Same chaos, new scars.